I don't like to dunk on people who have been laid off or left their jobs due to problems at the companies they worked for, but the relaunch of G4TV was always bound to fail, and I have said this from the very beginning. They had hosts who got extremely political, told people if you don't like our stunning and brave rants, don't watch our content, and they were putting out reviews of games that came out years ago, even before they planned a full relaunch. And now there's very bad news for G4 because they're facing not only terrible viewership, but a lot of their staff is either being laid off or leaving the company. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month, or support the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So before we talk about the multiple people leaving G4, I wanted to talk about their viewership because this is probably a major reason why so many people are leaving, why they don't need all of these individuals working at the company. This was an article from back in April, and I did cover this in a separate video, but it says G4 sees a massive loss of viewers in the months following Frosk's infamous rant. Now, I'm sure a lot of you think of Frosk in this rant when you hear about G4. I know, unfortunately for G4, this kind of ruined their image. There were hundreds of thousands of people talking about this situation, talking about her rant, everything that she said on social media afterwards, the interviews that she promised to do with people that she didn't end up doing. I mean, she definitely did damage this relaunch. It says, according to public view counts, G4's various content offerings have seen a massive loss of viewers in the months following Frosk's on-air rant against sexism in gaming and the network's subsequent endorsement of her opinion. I do think that that is a massive problem here. If they had simply let her do her rant, they left it in an episode, and then moved on, I really don't think that it would have blown up the way that it did. But they posted the clip on social media, shared it around, had all of their hosts say how stunning and brave she is and how great it is to work with her. I mean, even the G4 president at the time said, if you don't like this rant, you don't have to watch our content. And that's what people did. They ultimately decided to unsubscribe from their BS and not watch their content. And now I'm sure that they are regretting every statement they made. It says the topic of the G4's Frosk fallout was revisited on April 26th when independent video game journalist Brad, ostensibly out of curiosity, sought to check in on the network's overall health, and he had said, meanwhile, G4TV doesn't seem to be doing very well. X-Play is averaging around 16,000 views a video, and it's even worse at this point. If we go on over to the YouTube channel, 12,000, 11,000, 6,000 views on Apex Legends Mobile. I mean, they are getting views still, but we're not talking about 100,000 views a day. We're talking maybe 10 to 15,000 views a day. If we go on over to the Social Blade for X-Play, it shows, unfortunately, very bad numbers for them. They haven't grown in subscribers, it seems like, in months. If we look at the chart up at the top, June 0, May, they gained 1,000, and then 0. I mean, they lost 1,000 back in February. That was when they were losing quite a few thousand subscribers, but they haven't really gained a chunk of the subscribers that they lost back in February. And if we look at the views, I mean, we're talking 15,000 views one day, 15,000 views, another 16,000. I mean, it even dips down to 7,000 at one point. So clearly they're not getting the views that they need. They're not getting the attention they need. And now, unfortunately, it's led to a situation where a lot of people are losing their jobs, or maybe they don't want to be part of G4 anymore after everything that's happened, and they're dipping out of the project. Because if we go on over to Twitter and we look at social media, there are a lot of people posting about their last day with G4. This was one of the posts. It's from someone named Olivia. They said, "Today was my last day at G4. It's bittersweet for me after a year and countless projects and shenanigans." And then she goes on to thank a lot of the people that she worked with. And then we've got Abby Russell. "Hello, I will be leaving G4 at the end of this month. I am proud of a lot of the work I made, and I really enjoyed getting to know a lot of the people on the X-Play team and beyond." And she does go on to say, "But this means starting in July, I will be streaming full-time once again. I'll also be available for freelance work, hosting gigs, writing jobs, and a bunch of other things." Now, obviously, this is a very negative situation for G4 and also the people that have been fired or who have left the company. They thought that they were going to be able to stay with G4 for a long time. They probably were very excited about their future in the gaming industry with this company, and it just didn't work out for them. Let's also go on over to their Reddit, which currently has 39 active users. One of the G4 staff moderators, this was their main moderator for the Reddit, said, "It's not goodbye, it's see you later. Today is my last day with G4. They are saying a very similar thing. "Hey interns, I'm really sorry to break the bad news, but today is my last day at G4 as I have taken a new role somewhere else in the gaming space to further my career." Now, obviously, at the end of the day with G4, I don't have anything personal against these people, against any of these moderators who were silencing people on the Reddit, or Frosk, who, of course, started the situation. But you get what you deserve. You play dumb games, you win dumb prizes. That's just how it goes. You told people, "Hey, if you don't like the content, stop watching it. If you don't like our community, don't go to our Reddit. Don't interact with people." I mean, these were people, individuals on this Reddit who were deleting negative threads, who weren't allowing people to just talk about the issues that they had with the relaunch of G4, unless you were saying, "Oh my gosh, that rant was stunning and brave and everybody loved it." When you force consumers away, of course they're not going to come back. It's like they thought that these people who got mad at the Frosk situation would eventually return to watch their content, to promote their material, and it just didn't happen. It turned out to be an extremely bad situation for G4, and I don't really see a way that they could recover from it at this point. There are also a lot of hosts that have been very silent over the past few months, who haven't really said a lot about G4 specifically. But this was also another problem, because after Frosk accused viewers of objectifying women, G4 hosted Amaranth for a bikini ball pit segment. And I think if they had done this in the first place, a lot of people wouldn't have cared, and it probably would have drawn viewers in, because people do like watching this content. It's funny. I have nothing personal against Amaranth. This is the type of content that she creates, but okay, when G4 has her on one of their channels, of course it's going to make them look like massive hypocrites, because they had Frost go on this stunning and brave rant about objectifying women and how bad people are, if they have Amaranth host a segment like this on one of their channels. At this point, I don't see how G4 could come back from this situation. Only time will tell. Maybe they will find a way to draw viewers back in, but I highly doubt it. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.